Every day, millions of people look at a watch or phone and see one number judging their health. 10,000 steps. If they reach it, they feel successful. If they stop at 8,000, they feel they have failed. Some even walk around the house late at night just to make the number change. But here is the truth that fitness trackers rarely explain. 10,000 steps is not a medical law. It is not a magical line where poor health suddenly becomes good health. You can gain important benefits with fewer steps, and you can reach 10,000 every day while still missing other kinds of exercise your body needs. I am Dr. Adrian Mercer, and today I want to explain why 10,000 steps may be bad advice when it is treated as a rule for everyone. Please listen carefully. I am not saying walking is bad. Walking is one of the safest, simplest, and most useful ways to move your body. More daily movement is generally better than sitting for most of the day. The problem is the fixed number. It can discourage beginners, give active people false confidence, ignore strength and balance, and turn a helpful habit into a daily punishment. By the end of this video, you will know what the research really says, why your best target may be different from someone else's, and how to build a movement plan that improves health without becoming controlled by a watch. The 10,000 step target did not begin as a medical law. It became popular through pedometers and fitness marketing. The number was easy to remember, easy to display, and large enough to feel like a serious goal. Over time, people began to treat it as if doctors had discovered an exact point where disease risk falls away. But the human body does not work in such a neat manner. Health changes along a curve. Moving from very little activity to a moderate amount can produce a large improvement. Adding more movement may bring further benefits, but the size of each extra benefit can become smaller. Think of water on a dry plant. The first useful amount makes a major difference. Pouring on more and more water does not create the same improvement forever. The first problem is that 10,000 steps ignores your starting point. Imagine two people. The first person works at a desk, drives everywhere, and averages 2,000 steps each day. The second person already walks 8,000 steps while working, shopping, and caring for family. If both people are told that only 10,000 counts, the first person may feel the goal is impossible. The second may believe that adding 2,000 slow steps completes everything needed for fitness. For the person taking 2,000 steps, moving to 3,000 or 4,000 can be a genuine achievement. It may mean standing more often, walking after dinner, and reducing long periods of sitting. Research has repeatedly found that health benefits appear well below 10,000 steps. In one large study of older women, those averaging about 4,400 steps had a lower risk of death than those averaging about 2,700. The benefit continued to grow until roughly 7,500 steps, where it began to level off in that group. A later analysis combining 15 international studies found a similar pattern. For adults aged 60 or older, the decline in mortality risk began to level between roughly 6,000 and 8,000 steps. For younger adults, it continued closer to 8,000 to 10,000. This does not mean everyone should stop at 7,000. Other studies have found benefits approaching 10,000 and sometimes beyond. It means there is no single number that fits every body, every age, and every health goal. The most useful message is simple. If you are inactive, adding even a modest number of steps matters. You do not have to wait until 10,000 before your walk becomes worthwhile. This is important because an impossible goal can cause people to give up. Someone with painful knees, severe obesity, lung disease, or low fitness may struggle to reach 10,000 safely. They may decide exercise is not for them. A smaller target that grows slowly can create consistency. Consistency is more powerful than one exhausting day, followed by 6 days of recovery. The second problem is that a step counter cannot measure everything your body needs. Walking records movement, but it does not fully measure muscle strength, balance, flexibility, or the effort placed on your heart and lungs. You can take 10,000 gentle steps and still have weak leg muscles. You may still struggle to rise from a chair, carry shopping, climb stairs, or catch yourself after a stumble. Health guidance for adults does not simply say to collect a certain number of steps. It also recommends regular activity that raises breathing and heart rate, along with muscle strengthening work on at least 2 days each week. Strength work does not require a gym. It may include sitting down and standing up from a chair, lifting suitable weights, using resistance bands, pushing against a wall, or climbing stairs at a safe pace. Balance practice also matters. Standing on one foot near a solid support, walking heel to toe, or doing a suitable balance class can train abilities that an ordinary step total may miss. A watch might give you no special reward for 10 careful chair stands, yet those movements may help you get off the toilet, rise from bed, and remain independent. This is where the number can create false confidence. A person sees 10,000 and assumes the body received everything it needed. The watch celebrates, but the muscles were never challenged. Walking is a foundation. It is not the entire building. The third problem is that not every step asks the same thing from your body. A slow walk between rooms counts as steps. A brisk walk up a hill also counts as steps. The number may be similar, but the physical challenge is different. This does not make slow steps useless. All movement can help break up sitting and raise daily activity. But if your goal includes improving fitness, some movement should usually make you breathe faster while still remaining able to speak. For one person, that may be a brisk outdoor walk. For another, it may be gentle marching beside a chair. Fitness level, medication, disability, heat, and heart or lung conditions all affect what is safe. Do not turn intensity into a competition. The goal is to challenge your body appropriately, not to prove something to a device. There is another detail. Step counters are not perfect. A phone left on a table records nothing while you move around the kitchen. Some watches miss steps when the arm stays still, such as while pushing a shopping trolley. Others may count hand movements that are not steps. Different devices can give different totals for the same day. That alone should tell us not to treat the final number as a precise medical test. Your body does not know whether the watch counted 9,800 or 10,020. It responds to the movement you actually performed. The fourth problem is that chasing steps can cause pain and guilt. A goal meant to support health can become unhealthy when a person ignores warning signs simply to protect the daily streak. Muscle tiredness after new activity can be normal. Sharp pain, chest pressure, faintness, severe breathlessness, or sudden weakness is different. Stop and seek appropriate medical help when symptoms are concerning. Do not keep walking on an injured foot because the watch says you are behind. Rest and recovery are part of a sensible plan. People can also become anxious when they miss a goal. One sick day feels like failure. A busy family day feels ruined because the watch stopped at 7,000. Health is not destroyed by one quiet day. Progress is measured across weeks and months, not by a perfect line of digital trophies. Now let us look at what the research actually shows. Across many studies, people who take more steps tend to have lower risks of early death and several chronic illnesses than people who take very few. The strongest improvement often appears when the least active people begin moving more. That is encouraging because it means the first change may be the most valuable. One large analysis reported that around 7,000 steps per day compared with 2,000 was associated with lower risks across several outcomes, including death, heart disease, dementia, depressive symptoms, and falls. But these figures describe groups of people. They do not guarantee what will happen to one individual. Most step studies observe people rather than assigning them to exact step totals for many years. People who walk more may also differ in diet, smoking, income, sleep, illness, and access to safe places. Researchers adjust for many of these differences, but no study can remove every possible influence. That is why we should use the evidence as guidance, not as a promise. Walking supports health. An exact universal threshold has not been proven. 10,000 can still be a reasonable goal for someone who enjoys it, reaches it safely, and has time for it. The number itself is not harmful. Treating it as the minimum required for everyone is the mistake. Here is a better way to build your personal step goal. Start by measuring an ordinary week without trying to impress the device. Wear or carry the same tracker in the same way each day. Find your usual daily average. That is your starting point, not a reason for shame. Next, add a small amount you can repeat. If you average 3,000 steps, try adding 500 or 1,000. You could use a 10-minute walk in the morning and another after dinner. When that feels comfortable for a week or two, decide whether to add more. Progress can be gradual. The best target is one that challenges you without making you dread tomorrow. Use time when counting steps is not practical. 10 minutes of walking is still 10 minutes of walking even if the tracker stays at home. Break up long periods of sitting. Stand, stretch, or walk briefly every hour when possible. A single evening walk does not completely remove the effects of sitting almost motionless all day. Add movement to ordinary life. Walk while speaking on the phone. Park a little farther away when it is safe. Use stairs if your joints and balance allow. Carry small shopping bags. Take a short walk after a meal. Then add strength. On 2 or more days each week, train the main muscle groups at a level suitable for you. Begin with guidance if you are unsure about technique or have medical problems. Add balance when needed. This is especially important for anyone who feels unsteady or has fallen before. Use a stable support and avoid risky exercises when alone. Pay attention to how you feel. Better energy, easier stairs, improved walking distance, stronger legs, better sleep, and greater confidence are meaningful results even when the step total changes slowly. Walking is powerful, but it should not stand alone. Your body benefits from a mixture of daily movement, stronger muscles, appropriate effort, balance, recovery, food, and sleep. There is also a common misunderstanding about weight loss. People sometimes believe that reaching 10,000 steps guarantees that body fat will fall. It does not. Walking uses energy, and regular walking can support weight management. But the amount of energy used depends on body size, distance, speed, hills, and many other factors. Food intake can easily replace the energy used during a walk. A person may reach the target and then reward the achievement with a large sweet drink or snack containing more energy than the walk used. The watch still shows success, but the weekly calorie balance may not change. Do not use this as a reason to abandon walking. Walking improves health in ways that are not visible on the bathroom scale. It can support blood pressure, blood sugar control, mood, sleep, mobility, and heart health. Judge the habit by more than body weight. You should also separate planned exercise from ordinary steps. Both matter, but they serve slightly different purposes. Ordinary movement includes walking around the home, shopping, cleaning, and moving at work. This reduces the amount of time you remain completely still. Planned exercise usually gives the body a clearer challenge. It might involve 20 minutes of brisk walking, a cycling session, swimming, dancing, or suitable strength work. 10,000 ordinary steps may still leave you without a sustained period of moderate effort. On the other hand, someone can complete a useful cycling or swimming workout while recording very few steps. A step-based goal may fail to recognize those excellent forms of exercise. This is another reason to keep a simple weekly record rather than relying on one daily number. Record walking time, strength sessions, balance practice, and how your body felt. You may discover progress the watch cannot see. Consider sleep and recovery as well. If you slept poorly, have a fever, or are recovering from an unusually demanding day, a lower target may be sensible. Athletes do not train at maximum effort every day. Ordinary people should not feel forced to do so either. Finally, make your environment work for you. Choose well-lit routes. Wear comfortable footwear that fits properly. Carry water in hot conditions. Avoid headphones that prevent you from hearing traffic. Tell someone where you are going when walking alone in an unfamiliar area. The best step plan is not only effective, it is safe enough to repeat. If you have heart disease, severe joint pain, dizziness, recent surgery, or major breathing problems, speak with a qualified healthcare professional before making a large increase in activity. Ask for a plan based on what you can do now. A physical therapist or trained exercise professional may help adapt movement around pain, disability, or fear of falling. Let us finish with the truth about 10,000 steps. It is not a lie that walking is healthy. The lie is that one round number decides whether your day was healthy or wasted. 4,000 steps can represent major progress for one person. 10,000 may be too little challenge for another. 12,000 may be unnecessary for someone else. Do not compare your beginning with another person's routine. Compare this month with your own last month. Choose a goal that helps you move more, sit less, and stay consistent. Celebrate improvement before perfection. If your watch motivates you, use it. If it makes you anxious, change the target or stop wearing it for a while. The device should serve your health. Your health should never serve the device. If this video changed the way you think about step goals, share it with someone who feels guilty about missing 10,000. Subscribe for more clear health explanations from Dr. Adrian Mercer. And remember, every useful step counts before the watch says you have won.